Pakistani troops rush to Taliban-infiltrated areas. A NATO truck base also attacked, and Clinton urges the government of Pakistan to focus on the threat. Militants or gunmen attacked a Pakistani paramilitary force sent to a Taliban-infiltrated district just 60 miles from the capital, killing a police officer and feeding growing doubts about the government's peace deal with extremists or Islamic-Militants in the area. A meeting between Taliban representatives and tribal elders ended with the militants making some concessions, but no pledge to withdraw from areas neighboring the Swat Valley, where they have established bases. Militants also attacked a NATO truck terminal in the outskirts of Peshawar, the capital of the restive northwest frontier province, burning vehicles and sending a very visual message of their presence. Swat's Taliban appear to be emboldened after their bloody 2-year campaign in the valley led the Pakistani government to agree to a peace accord that imposes Islamic law in a wide area of the northwest bordering Afghanistan. And yes, once again, these are more signs. There is more to come. So then, the Taliban are now in a new area. There were reports also that fighters from the Swat Taliban also have entered another neighboring district, said a security official who agreed to discuss the situation only if not identified. Militants have made no secret of their desire to see Islamic law imposed across the whole country, and as they edge ever closer to Islamabad, the capital of Pakistan, unease about the peace deal is growing in Pakistan and in the West. The U.S. is especially concerned because it considers stability in Pakistan and rooting out its militant sanctuaries critical to success in the Afghan war. Although it seems to be a nearly impossible task, because the Taliban, they're growing, they're getting stronger. It appears to be day by day. U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton told American lawmakers in an unusually blunt statement this week that Pakistan's leaders were basically abdicating to the Taliban. Again, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton said that Pakistan's leaders were basically abdicating to the Taliban. As reports came out about Taliban fighters moving into surrounding territories or provinces, that they were patrolling roads, broadcasting radio sermons, and ordering barbers to stop shaving beards. The government sent 6 platoons from the paramilitary to the district this week. Unidentified gunmen opened fire on one of the convoys, killing an escorting police officer and wounding another. So how much force the Pakistani government is willing to display remains unclear. Officials hope to avoid a replay of the Swat Valley conflict in neighboring provinces. In Swat, some 2 years of clashes between the Taliban and security forces killed hundreds and hundreds of people and caused up to a third of the one-time tourist havens, 1.5 million residents, to leave their homes. Well, like I've said before, once again, it's no longer a tourist haven. It's now decidedly a terrorist haven. The United States is one of the deal's foremost critics. I think the Pakistani government is basically abdicating to the Taliban and the extremists. Hillary Clinton told lawmakers in a hearing in Washington. Clinton also said the Obama administration is working to convince Pakistan that its traditional focus on India as a threat has to shift to the Islamic extremists. That's going to be a real tough one. NATO trucks burned. In the attack on NATO, dozens and dozens of militants armed with guns and gasoline bombs burned 5 tanker trucks carrying fuel to NATO troops in Afghanistan. Gunmen attacked the truck depot before dawn, hurling gasoline bombs that set fire to the 5 tankers. The security guards fled, ran away, and the gunmen escaped before the police arrived. NATO and the U.S. military say that their losses on the transport route remain minimal and have no impact on their expanding operations in Afghanistan. However, they have been seeking alternative routes through Central Asia. Meanwhile, the Pakistani army said it killed at least 11 militants on the 3rd day of an operation. The army has used airstrikes to take out militants, insurgents, terrorists, whatever have you call them, in different pockets of the tribal region, and had already killed 27 militants in the past 2 days. And, again, when they stand up, they're always falling backwards, falling back down, always losing more territory or provinces as the Taliban appear to grow stronger every day, day by day, taking over more and more of Pakistan. And, yes, what does Pakistan have that's particularly bad? Bad news. Nuclear weapons, atomic weapons. That does not forebode well for the rest of the world, especially the United States. Anyway, yes, it's getting to be more volatile, more dangerous every day in Pakistan, because there is a pattern here. The pattern is quite visible, and in turn all these things are connected to all the other things that are going on around the world. Worldwide economic crisis, global warming, climate change, the pirates, crazy weather, the wildfires, huge wildfires, the droughts, the floods, so forth and so on. And these things are connected to the end times, transition days. And these are all more signs.